Start.
Yeah, stop.
Self-love is brewing here, and we have a pretty Shark Tank Namita here, and joined in with Kanika. Thanks for joining in.
Thank you.
Congratulations for the launch of the app. So tell us about the features of the app.
So we provide therapy. We have art tool. We have the way you can measure your mental strength. We have assessments. We have guides. You can connect with our app. You can connect your Apple Health or Google Fit to come to know that if you physically are not exercising or if you're not sleeping well, what is it doing to your mental health? So it's filled with features, but all in all, you can talk to therapists, coaches, as well as do a lot of scientific self-care to take care of yourself.
Wonderful. So Namita, how's your partnership with Mindpeers?
I think it's completely an emotional partnership. I'm in love with this girl.
How sweet.
She made me
Yes,
travel
love
8
you.
hours for just this event. So you can imagine my love for her, because I think she has a heart in the right place. And a lot of people don't know that I met her way before Shark Tank.
Yeah.
So I run a YouTube channel on women's health, and one of the topics was anxiety.
Sure.
And Kanika was one of the women patients. So I'm the moderator, and we have a doctor and a couple of women who come and talk about it. And that's where I met Kanika for the first time.
Okay.
And the way she spoke, she's very mature, way beyond her years. But more than that, it's a passion that came through. And then when I saw her on Shark Tank, I'm like, I have to invest in this company. And since I'm invested, like I said earlier, it's not about just putting in the money.
Right.
It's about giving her the time, giving her the support that will help her leapfrog, hopefully. And I think one of the big things that startups like hers struggle with, which is the starting step, and like you said, is talking about it.
Exactly.
So I think I had never planned to become a public figure. But now that I am one, you have to use your voice responsibly. So if I start having conversations around this, if I start talking about my imperfections and my journey, I think it'll give a lot of strength to a lot of others to go approach Kanika and through her platform seek help.
Wonderful.
So that it's an emotional journey, and it's also a hopefully a journey that will help a lot of people find strength.
Wonderful. So what is the need of it? Can you share some statistics?
Sure. So I think statistics, I would say it's all around us, right? We're talking about young adults today. When we interviewed these 72,000 people, we came to know 62% are anxious about their future, right? About, I think, 60% of them are stressed about different things. 33% of them are going through adjustment disorder, which is because of life transitions that are happening. But overall, I just want to tell you that I think we've now serviced about 3 lakh plus people on our platform, and the top 3 things that come out is loneliness, anxiety, and a lot of depression. So this is what some of the statistics are telling us, right? Yeah.
Can you share 5 tips of self-care, self-love?
So first is read a lot. So I read a lot of Eastern philosophy. And sometimes when you read, something in that book may trigger something. She sent me a few podcasts which were brilliant. So I think just reading stories of other people who've been through it, or listening to podcasts or videos, you never know what there may work for you and help you.
And you may connect with it.
So get educated is one thing of self-love. Second is, we're kind to the whole world, but we're not kind to ourselves. You're going to keep failing, falling, having setbacks. Just forgive yourself, dust yourself off, and then smile and move ahead. So I think that self-love, and most importantly, forgiving yourself is very important. Developing a thick skin. You know how they say saying no is actually a skill you can build.
Oh, yes.
There are tricks to develop a thick skin where you stop caring about what the world says about you. That also, there are a lot of techniques, sort of tricks.
Diplomatically
go and learn. Not just how to say no, but go and learn how to not get affected by people's labels and behaviors. There are techniques. So again, it comes to educating, learning, practicing, failing, figuring out what works for you. For me, I'm a very big believer of meditation and of yoga. I practice it very diligently. Silence, which may not necessarily be meditation or yoga, but just finding time for being alone and being with yourself and not doing anything. Silence doesn't mean you're binging on OTT because you're silent, but your brain's not silent, right? Silent actually means doing nothing. And people think, hey, that's wasting time, but it can be one of the most productive things or one of the best productivity hacks to make you a more efficient person even at work. So I spoke in my video, there's a bunch of things that I have practiced. Going and meeting a counselor, having your own support group. So I have mentors who help me with my business side. I have girlfriends who help me with my personal side. They're my support groups. Figure out a support group, and most importantly for women, stop wanting to be super women. You cannot have it all. If they say you can have it all, then they're lying. Learn to just ask for help. I ask for a lot of help, whether it's work people, my family, my friends, and then you'll get through. And then some days there is balance, some days there's no balance. It's okay if there's no balance.
Nice. So what are your expansion plans and what's your vision at Mindpeers?
Heavy question. Expansion plans. So our huge focus is in India, but we're going into tier 2, tier 1 as well. A lot of demand is coming from there, and that's why we're doing something like this so that the awareness grows. But we're also expanding outside. We are the only, I would say, Indian-born company who has a neuroscientific approach to this entire thing, and that's why we have been successfully, just in the last 2 months, we are now serving customers in US, UK, Canada, Singapore, and that continues. Vision, very tough question to ask. I know founders should always have it on their tip, but I'll tell you, mental health is such a thing that the vision keeps expanding all the time. But I'll tell you, I come with a very simple thing that just like how today, at a dinner table, if I tell my parents, I'm going to go to the gym, and they'll be okay with it. हाँ जाना ज़रूरी है body के लिए. I just want personally that mental health becomes that topic at your dinner table, where tomorrow a parent, a sibling, a partner will say, hey, please, you have to go for counseling tomorrow so that you can feel better. So I think that's the vision with which we are building.
Break through the taboo.
Absolutely, absolutely.
More power to you and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Wonderful chatting.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Wonderful
much.
chatting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.